With finals starting, tensions are high across campus. The student body is known for its academic commitment and endless drive to succeed. Today we will explore what is more important to Columbia students, their physical state or their finals performance. Let's paint the scene. You wake up the morning of your first final and you have transformed into a monstrous insect. But you realize you also slept in and your exam started 5 minutes ago. In 1 to 3 sentences, what would be your thought process and what would you do?
Gotta get up, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, and run out wearing my pajamas to my lecture hall wherever I'm taking the exam.
I would email my professor and say, 1, either I've turned into a bug, or 2, that I'm really, really ill and I can't make my final.
Very good.
So I would be super stressed out. I would probably jump out of bed, put my clothes on, and then get out the door or maybe even my window and try and fly to my exam. And then I will go into the exam room and hopefully my professor will let me take it.
I think I'm going to, I'll try to hide from people, figure out what's going on, and ignore my exam.
Awesome.
Initially, I'd be very taken aback and I wouldn't know what to do, but I'd calm down and think for a second that if I was an insect and I was going to go to this final, they're probably not going to let me take it, or they'll look at me crazy. If I come to the final, I do have the potential for ruining it for everyone else, which means that the whole class will get a retake when I come back to a normal human. So I'd probably choose to go to the final because I'd studied so hard. But I could choose to sit out for it, and I could risk my grade being lower than everyone else in the classes, which I don't like. So I'd rather risk everyone's grade than just not my own.
Interesting. What is more important to you, your exam performance or your physical well-being?
My exam performance.
What's more important to you, your exam performance or your physical well-being?
My exam performance.
Okay.
Well, during that moment,
Yeah.
I would say my exam performance,
Why?
because I think the exam would be more important in that moment. Like I can get better afterwards.
Interesting.
That one, you recording?
Yeah.
That one's easy. My body.
Why?
Because I'm a giant insect. Why do I care about my exam grade?
Very.
I know that my physical, bodily, and health and well-being will ameliorate over time. I feel like it will get better. I feel like I'm a very in-the-moment person, so if I feel like staying up later can help me, which it definitely probably doesn't, I'll study just to have that peace of mind and know that I could do well, because I know that the sacrifices I make in the short term will help me in the long run. But I know that I should definitely prioritize my health and not push it to any extreme. So I'll push myself a little, but not to any physical extreme.
That situation is parallel with the events of the opening scene of Franz Kafka's The Metamorphosis. In that scene, Gregor was more concerned that he was late to work than the fact that he was transformed into a bug. In one sentence, what do you think Kafka was trying to convey with that scene?
He was trying to imply that some people disregard their personal well-being and their physical health for other things that necessarily aren't as important as living a healthy life and a healthy lifestyle.
Now that you've explained that, do you believe that your exam performance is more important than your physical well-being?
No.
I think that Kafka was explaining how the structure of capitalist means it makes. I think it could be interpreted as capitalism and labor meaning more to one rather than their physical well-being and their state.
Very interesting. Thank you. Go for it.
I think basically what he's trying to say is that some things like work are non-negotiables, and it's something that sometimes you have to sacrifice to do well in, and even if your well-being kind of tanks a little bit, some things are more important in the moment.
Awesome.
I think that he was trying to convey the sense of the work culture that capitalism has brought onto the working class Americans, and how work over everything, work over life, work over health, work over family.
Fire. Perfect.
I think Kafka was trying to tell us that sometimes people are just so caught up in the day-to-day and they don't realize the big consequences in the future of the actions that we're taking now. So in order to ensure that we will have a healthy and safe lifestyle, we should really make sure that every single action we're taking now is something that we won't regret in the future, because all this stuff is temporary and in the end, nothing will mean more than your health and well-being.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Of course.